Good evening, everyone. Tonight I thought I'd try and show you a little bit about how I'm practicing my climb every mountain. I'm trying to make it steady and even, and a dear friend of mine, Natalie Coriati, she's showing me how you cannot compromise on your micro counting. And for example, when you think of climb, well, go down here, climb, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and it doesn't hold its stability. Then I get into my next melody note too soon, and it leaves the listener with a sense of agitation instead of solid strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and so on. So I have to do slow, heavy practice. That's and a high lift. And so I'll show you how I'm doing that. Put this light on, maybe. I can't see what I'm doing because I've got cataracts, but I'll give you an idea of it anyway. I have to start with my arms hanging heavy and shoulders relaxed, the whole body relaxed. And I have to be able to lift the unused fingers high, and I have to be able to play down tight on the bottom of the key with a movable wrist for the strength of the finger, but lift as high as I can and sharp as I can with the unused fingers. So for each chord. So, I mean, it's double forte, so it's big, but this introduction line. But if I can feel see, I can drop slowly with all that weight. I'm really, really lifting. I'm really trying to get it in my hands. I can't see. Those unused fingers as high as I can, and the sharpness of the action, and the fingers are firm. What closes and what opens make the work against each other as an antagonistic pair, and they make the finger firm as steel, but the wrist is movable and the hand is relaxed, so I can feel a slow drop right through to the floor and balance all this heavy weight of my body and my arms in the finger pad. So tone is bigger than I would want there because it just mezzo forte there. So I can drop slowly later on, but it's to get the piece in my hands. I need to build the strength. So that's why it's bigger than it is written for when I'm practicing it. Practice it as in the piece, and get after I've done that kind of practicing, voice it and bring out the melody. I'm keeping the left somewhat under, but I need the support for the harmony. It has to have the bass lines. And that helps me with the memory when I want to go to play it for memory, because I've developed muscle memory. And so I can't see. I lift up to drop. I don't just do it from close and then push, because then I'm not using the weight of my arms, the use of the weight of my arms to put the key down. The piano key is like a teeter-totter. It's a lever. And when this end goes down, the lever is sitting on a balance rail and it rocks. So it rocks up on the back end when I go down on this end. So imagine you've got a seesaw and you've got your friend on the other end of it. That's your hammer. And you're going to put your weight to the floor, and that energy is what's going to lift the person or the hammer on the other end of that teeter-totter or seesaw up into the wire. And you're trying to create a wave, a sine curve, a curve like that with all its harmonics, with the other frequencies vibrating. So if it's A440, it's also vibrating at A880. So you're trying to create all of that and make it evolve and make it sing for the listener to pick up on all that beauty. And if it doesn't sing, it doesn't speak, it doesn't communicate. If you force the key down, it's like sending your friend up in the air, and that's not a nice thing to do to them. So you want to drop slow enough, but you still want to have the follow through and then the balance of the arm weight on this end of the teeter-totter, and then you will have lopped the hammer up with warmth. And so, and then doorknob your hand to the right so that you can voice the top note with the snap of the fifth finger and the drawing towards you. See, it sings. If I don't do it, it's just plain, but from just close, I don't have the energy. I need the power, the gravitational energy. So you see, I can practice this slow heavy too. I can go trying to link my melody notes and overlap them so that it sounds like a vocal line then. So, but when I go to play it, it says medium soft, medium piano, so mezzo piano, so see, it sings. Because my fourth finger is snapping down sharp from the main arch, but I'm doing this and I'm getting that energy into it. This one I want quieter. See, this dies down to this. Turn my doorknob to the right, I just get, and I don't make the top line sing. That's the vocal line. So this, I need slow heavy on this. Crescendo. So I have to get my back into it. I have to get all this energy and weight into what's going, releasing on the way up and dropping into this end of the teeter-totter, and then voicing it by rotating the doorknob clockwise with the right hand, counterclockwise with the left to bring out the bass, but the soprano on the top. And when I do it, I can get the power of the chord. I can get my whole body into it. So it's a fun spot to practice that because there's so much energy in it. So let's see now. See it, but again, I got to practice with a high lift. Rotate. If I don't, what I would get is but if I do it all it's where the power comes from, and by going slow practice, like without the pedal, just so that would be really feeling strength down. And I'm really feeling strength up on the lifting of the unused fingers. And the action has to be quick, sharp, never in between. And when you get that kind of strength, and you're playing down tight, tight, tight without pulling up in the wrist, you're going to feel that you're building the strength in your hands so that when you go to play it freely, it'll all be there and strong in your hands, and you can voice it the way you feel it and sing it from your soul. So anyway, I hope that gives you a few ideas about it. I'll see now whether the microphone picked up any of this. Anyway, have a good night. Bye-bye.